Most preppers and survivalists, myself included, advise that in a zombie apocalypse or any other major SHTF situation, get out of the city, and for many good reasons. But what happens if you can't get out or have no way to get out? What happens if you have nowhere to go or if you have to stay in order to take care of loved ones? Successful survival in the city during a zombie apocalypse depends on the planning that you do before the apocalypse occurs. This planning won't guarantee success, but it will increase your odds. So watch until the end for the bonus tip that will definitely help you. There's a lot to survival in this city, so let's break it down now. Step 1. Prepare your home. If you're in an apartment, make sure that you have a way to reinforce your door from being forced in. Looters will try to break in and steal what you have. Have extra blankets, thick wool or dark color, to block the light and noise from your apartment. If you're on the first floor, have something pre-made that you can board up your windows quickly. Step 2. Food. You should always have a food supply of at least 3 months for you and your family. 6 months is even better. You will eventually run out of food. Know where you can plant food in your city. Do you have a balcony? Start with that. During a zombie apocalypse, most people will be running for the hills. This will allow you the space to plant in backyards and parks. While your food is growing, there is always salvaging supplies from homes, apartments, and stores. Now, unless it's confirmed that it is a zombie apocalypse, please obey all laws. Do not steal. Do not riot. Of course, you may have already had food growing in your city. There might be apple trees, blueberry bushes, tomatoes, and other things growing in your neighbors' yards. Step 3. Water. Water can be stored in bottles or in water bricks under the bed and behind your couch, etc. However, you will eventually run out. Hot water heaters will have plenty of water to begin with, but that too will run out. Streams and rivers are going to be your safest bet for water, but you'll need to know how to purify it. You'll have to have more than one way to purify your water. Zombies are the walking dead. Nothing is more deadly during the collapse of society than drinking contaminated water and risking death from it. In a world without medical care, the last thing you want to do is take unnecessary chances with your life and the life of your family. Step 4. Fuel. You'll need to have enough fuel to be able to cook with and not to attract attention from zombies and other human survivors. You will eventually need a place to store extra propane and wood to cook with. Step 5. Personal zombie armor. Zombie armor does not need to be bulletproof, but it does need to be bite-proof. It should also, if possible, be lightweight. Abandoned police stations may have riot gear. Military bases will have a lot of useful supplies on hand, and do-it-yourself zombie armor will work well so long as it's bite-proof as well. Step 6. When to be silent. During the initial outbreak, before it becomes a full-blown apocalypse, you might have a few days to gather extra last-minute supplies. Do so, but stay alert. Do not put yourself in harm's way. If a riot is in progress, do not go there to record it for social media. If the zombie outbreak is not contained quick enough, there won't be a social media to worry about. Stay safe, stay smart. If you do not think that you can get extra supplies during this time, then don't risk it. Everything from this point on is a judgment call, regardless of what you do. Remain silent in your home. Remain silent on the street. Do not in any way call attention to yourself or to the fact that you have supplies. In desperate times, desperate people will do desperate things, including deleting other people. You don't want to be one of those deleted people. Step 7. Patience. This is going to be the hardest thing you have ever done. During the outbreak, as it becomes a full-blown apocalypse, you are going to see and hear people die. You are going to want to help, and you cannot. You and your neighbors might decide to work together when this first breaks out to secure your apartment building or subdivision. But think of this before you make that decision. Did they stock up as well? Or will you be the only provider in a building of 30 to 80 more apartments? How much food do you have? How long do you expect the outbreak to last based on what you're seeing? Are the police and soldiers winning or losing? Most people do not stock up on food and supplies. Most people expect others to take care of them. They won't admit that, but their actions speak volumes. It's your decision. This is one of the many hard choices you'll have to make. Do you help them or let nature decide who lives and who dies? Are you even in a position where you can help them? That's a decision I'm not going to make for you. You know these people and what you have stocked up. I don't. Step 8. Resupplying. Once the zombies start moving out of the city, this is your chance to view the routes they are taking. This is also a chance to see if there are any sign of other survivors. Remain hidden and remain quiet. Once you have determined that there's a way to get to stores or restaurants to get food and supplies without attracting attention to yourself, then do so. You are going to need to rely on speed, stealth, and slowness. Always remain undercover as much as you can. Every trip out of your apartment is putting yourself in danger from zombies and other survivors. Be fast when there's no zombies or people around, but slow when they are. Fast movements are more noticeable by the human eye. Zombies were once human, and the survivors still are. Moving slowly also makes less noise. I'm sure some of you remember when first COVID-19 lockdowns were in place and how quiet the cities were. The sound of footsteps carried for blocks. The sound of the occasional car carried a lot further. This is both to your advantage and disadvantage. The noise you make will be amplified, but so will the noise others make. Zombies that haven't left will be listening, and to them every noise is a dinner bell. When it rings, they will come ready to eat. So take a step, listen, look around, and step again. Stealth is your greatest ally right now, and it may not be enough. Get in, get what you need, and get back. Never take the same route twice if you can help it. Step 9. Taking over a section of the city. The first step in taking over a section of the city and securing for survival is to secure the area you live in, your apartment building, or the street your home is on. For apartments, this will be easy. You need a 2x4 a bit longer than the door frame, a few 3.5-inch nails, and a hammer. Knock on the door, identify yourself, and wait a few minutes. If no one answers, they're probably dead, which means they're probably a zombie. Hammer the 2x4 at chest level across the doorway to secure the opening, and open the door by force if necessary. When the zombie or zombies walk up against the 2x4, stab them through the throat into the brain or through the eye with a spear-like weapon. Once dispatched, gather what you need and what can be useful and store it in your own apartment, and then move on to the next until your building is empty of zombies. Now is the time to work with any survivors in your building and form a group. Once your building or street is secure from zombies, they will need to be taken to an area where they can be burned. Burning zombies is going to send up smoke which will alert other survivors and zombies to that area. Choose wisely where you burn them to prevent other diseases from taking place. At this point, all you have to do is repeat this process until you've cleared the area you want and are able to keep it secured. Cars left behind by the dead can be used for roadblocks to create a perimeter. Step 10. Gardening. Once you have a secure area, you can start planting food in your front or backyards. Hopefully you've included seeds in your preps. Step 11. Alternative power sources. Some stores sell devices that can supply a small amount of power. These should be taken or purchased. If you know how to hook up batteries to a homemade charger, now's the time to do it. A small water wheel hooked up to a car alternator can recharge car batteries. These batteries can be used to power appliances in your home for a short duration, so long as you also have a device hooked up to change the current from DC to AC. Now this will make some things easier for you. Remember, others may be watching who are not so friendly, so don't let your power consumption be a beacon to those who want to take what you have. Don't be a beacon to zombies either. Now for your bonus tip. Know when your time in the city is done. If you've stayed to take care of loved ones and they didn't make it, get out of the city. If you run into a hostile group that has no intention of leaving you alone, get out of the city. If you misjudge the amount of zombies still left in the city and they find you, well, best thing to do is to get out of the city before they can find you if you can. If you think you are in danger from hostile groups but don't see anyone, trust your instincts and get out of the city. Preparing for a zombie apocalypse helps you prepare for whatever life throws at you. Develop your skills. Have a professional train you, if at all possible, for evasion, tactics, self-defense against armed and unarmed opponents. Learn bushcraft and any other skill you can. Be self-reliant, be creative, and most of all, be a survivor. If you've gotten any value out of this, leave a like or a comment. In the meantime, you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.